Hi, Mercedes Samudio here, licensed clinical social worker, parent coach, and family therapist. Today's video, we're going to look at 2 strategies to help you deal with your child's negative attitude. For some parents, we call it a bad attitude, right? And what I really want to kind of focus on in this video is 2 ways that you can actually help your child deal with their attitude, deal with what's going on for them, and for you to help guide them through that. One of the things that I want to start off with talking about, however, is when a child is giving you attitude, to really be curious about what you think might be going on at that moment. And it doesn't mean that you allow it to happen, and it doesn't mean that you condone the quote unquote attitude, but what it means is you kind of look at what happened for them. So what you could say is, I'm noticing that your eyes are rolling. I'm noticing that your head is kind of going like this. And I'm wondering if that's towards me or is that towards something else that's going on for you right now. That's not so much a strategy, but it's something that can kind of help lay the foundation for these 2 strategies that I'm going to give you right now. So the first strategy that I would like to talk about is to model the behavior and the attitude that you would like to have for your child. As humans, we tend to allow our frustrations, our anger, or any other emotions that we may be having come through in our expressions. So if we're feeling a little frustrated, we might not say that, but it might come through in our voice or in our tone or in the way we look. Our children tend to look at that and see and model and imitate some of what we do. One of the things that I teach parents a lot of the time to do is to start to model for your child how to deal with that frustration or those angry issues or those angry feelings that may come up. One thing that you can do to kind of test the strategy and to practice the strategy is to say, you know what I've noticed? When I get angry, I tend to roll my eyes or huff a little bit. Have you ever noticed that in me? And then your child can say, yeah, Mom, I've noticed that when you do this, when you get angry at me, you tend to huff a little bit more, or your voice changes. And then you can say to them, what do you notice about yourself when you get angry, whether it be with your siblings or with your peers or with anybody? That'll kind of help you guys to bring some more awareness into how you respond when you're having negative emotions. And that might actually help decrease it because now you're more aware of it. The second strategy is to call it out when you see it. It goes back to that first foundational strategy that I just talked about, but it's really being direct. So saying, I notice that you look a little frustrated right now. Am I right? And they may say yes or no, or I'm noticing that this might not be the best time to have this discussion with you. Is that true? And you can kind of have them let you know, no, Mom, actually, I can have it right now. I just came from school and I'm a little tired. Or they'll say, you know what? Yeah, I actually don't want to have this discussion right now. Can we do it later? Again, the focus isn't to allow them to have the negative behaviors or that negative attitude with you, but the idea is to be curious about what may be going on behind the attitude. Sometimes it is about whatever that conversation is or the chore or the task that you're asking of them, and sometimes it comes through because they've already had other things happening to them throughout their day, and now you're talking to them and they haven't reconciled what's going on.